If you just stumble across the channel, it's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital, the dash digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Stepping like Marty McFly, stepping I feel like the guy. I got them looking like why, I never doubted me why, I never doubted my guys. You know you in it for win, I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend, only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids, that's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends, had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win, you know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold, I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb, I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital, the dash digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm trying to feed my kids. I'm trying to keep my way. I'm trying to live my life while we get rich. Mind my biz. Money gon' come, some go. Man, if you know, you know. I've been through highs and lows. Here for the ride, I go. Slide and roll. Up and down, but I get up. The numbers crunching, no sit-ups. I grew up and got dripped up. Purple label, my get up. That's 101, not a one and done. Month to month, and there's more to come. I told Cushy, let's run it up. Now it's millions on millions. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital, the dash digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital.
Damn, feeling lucky. How about my whole streets? Us two in these streets. Diamonds on my feet. Caught up in these talks. Circling my head top. Should've been more cautious. Now I got what I wanted. Many I've been here before. Made it out of 11 more. Like my phone CoinEx. So I can't stop, I want it all. Listen up, I'm calling you. I need you to tell the truth. Remember when you wanted to. Remember that I said was you. Turn around, eat your greens. When you fight, but you do real clean. Then you come to the bed and you love real dirty. It's everybody sweater drops, you're real keen. Bring let me get your juiciest piece. Can't remember when I had the same piece. The shops at the club never had no boundary. How's it gonna be? Wanna eat these centerpiece? Where we gonna go? You're gonna need these calories. Giving me a treat to refill these batteries. Then you only them on your knees. There's no way to dream. Ooh, it's sneaking up on you. There's nothing you can do. There's things about the boo. Sneaking up on you, there's nothing you can do. There's things about the boom. I lose control when you do it like that. Thank God you love when I go mad. Got you at the perfect time. I was watching it down. You know
am currently experiencing a lighting issue. Technical difficulties. Just a minute.
Double up. Yeah. Double up. The money I color. Double up. The money I color. 2 turns of 4 turns of 8. Sleep and get paid. Rich when I wake. I bet the bank. I set the pace. Guess what I make? That's what I make. Counting pockets, that's a trending topic. You got this and you got that, but got no spending options. I keep quiet, but still get it rocking. I keep quiet with it in my pocket. I keep quiet, moving stuff is silent. Double up. The money I color. Double up. The money I color. I swear God been blessing me. You think you been testing me? Don't mean lemons, watch lemon squeeze. Pieces been my recipe. You buy watch and bust them down. Mine is my investment piece. Heard your mixes drowning out. You need to call Trevor, please. I don't fold, I don't fear. Pearly whites, no veneers. Keep it clean, check it's clear. Water clear.
Check 1 2 1 2.
See the light, you go dear. See the light, I go near. Let me shine, watch me shine. I'ma shine, vision clear. Double up. The money I color.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto Charts with Road Dogg. My name is Lane and I am the late guy tonight. Technically, I guess I'm 30 minutes earlier, but 7 minutes late. Had some technical difficulties there. Up and to the right. 4-letter words that will save you 10% off of the very secure Tangem wallet. I like it. I use it all the time. Easy to use. You need an NFC enabled phone for it to communicate between your secret key and the app that you use to track your wallet. Really cool. Loves it a lot. We're at a very interesting point today. January 29th. Looking over here at the top 100 coins on the daily. Look at that. Nice green. Look at Tao. What you go, baby. Keep on going, Tao. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got Strega in the house. We got Dave B. Little Strega. I'm dropping things. So crypto market, man, what's up with it? What's up with Bitcoin? What's it doing right now? We bullish? We bearish? What? What's up? She is looking nice. Remember plan A? The one that's like less likely to technically happen. It goes against the grain of what's supposed to happen. Remember that plan? They pushing it right now, man. Let's come out here to, I knew I had that. Where'd it go? I knew I had it on this chart. Plan A, reject, shorts. I didn't zoom out long enough. It must be on the weekly. There we are. Plan B. Well, now I've switched them compared to my others. Okay. Plan A was a rejection. That's what should normally have happened right where we were. And I've seen a lot of people with this trend line. It doesn't look so cool on the daily here. I've seen a lot of people have the same exact setup that we've got right here. And now everybody's watching. So is it going to be a bull trap or a bear trap? Or I mean, is it going to be a... Good Lord, you have not had enough sleep. Is it going to be a bear trap? Or we catch all the bears unexpectedly? You know, all them ones says, yeah, we got it now, boys. We're shorting this thing down to $3,000. Ooh, I can see that money just rolling in. Ooh, I told you. I've been telling you for 3 years now. We're bearish. But, you know, are they going to get their way, or are we going to come back into this pattern? And they're going to have to walk away with their tails between their legs, because it does this other thing that we've been looking at. If it gets back over here, it's going to be running to the upside. If it bounces from here, we're just looking for a retest off of our triangle, our rising wedge, which, you know, normally is a very bear sign, but when it goes bullish, it goes mega bullish. Same thing it did back in 2020. Where we got a big run up, a little bit of dump, a run up, a little bit of a dump, and then a bigger run up and a bigger dump. And that was the fun of it. Let me tell you, when this thing takes off and you go through these dumps, you're going to be questioning. You're not looking at it, oh, we're just going to make a little falling wedge. You're looking like it. The world is dying. What happened? Are we at World War III? What crashed the market? I mean, it feels horrible. Oh, the ride up is pretty cool. Man, those 30% pullbacks on Bitcoin, are you ready for it? Because, I mean, look how much everybody freaked out just on this pullback. Look at it. We haven't even pulled back to where you know, we can still come down to right 37,000 in that area. We can, not saying that we will. Hope we don't. Hope we bounce right here off the 100 moving average. We could. I'd say let's go for it. Breaking back across this trend line is going to be my confirmation. By my strategy says when you see a bear trap and it gets back in the pattern, go hard, baby. Let your Degen ride. Woo, pile up. Let's go. That is not financial advice, though. That is just my crypto Degen opinion. That's my strategy. That's what I do. Will that happen? I am waiting for confirmation. That's what I'm doing. Remember, we started all this on the 4-hour time frame. So until I get a candle, I can play Degen right now in the short times. That's fine, cool. But for my major moves, and to make the bulk of my moves as bullish as this looks right now, I want to see a candle open and close on this 4-hour above that trend line. Show me you can hold it. Until I get that, I mean, we can just fall in, fall out. But once we get that, man, well, I don't know what kind of news will move the market, but some kind of news will come out that will just be very, very pro Bitcoin. Has to be something. Why is that line there? No reason. And also look at this little guy we got here. The little upside down octopusy looking thing, like an inverted head and shoulders. Kind of is, kind of is not, kind of. It's going to qualify. It does. Man, it's the weirdest looking one though. Crawling underneath the ceiling there, getting ready to jump up and bite us. Bite all those short people. This can initiate a short squeeze. When you break up into a trend line, that's effectively what you're doing. You have all these people looking here. When you break a trend line like this on the bottom, some people go short. Some people wait till the retest and they go short. They pile in heavy. So we got lots of stop losses all the way up through here, right? Some of them even up above this previous high. Stop losses on a lot of shorts. That fake Bitcoin money and the not real money that has a big influence on us, right? So what we can hope for, if we're bullish, are you bullish? I'm bullish. I'm the one sticking my neck out here saying, hey man, I think we got a 2020 repeat about to ready to rock and roll. I can't show it on the 4-hour chart. It's too far back. But in my deepest hearts, if you let me your emotions in, that's really, that's what I see coming, babies. It's what I see coming. It's too much money waiting to get into Bitcoin. Same setup, just bigger players, doors wide open, or opening, not wide open. They're going to jump in. But I could be wrong. They may have a sinister plan to play us like a fiddle because BlackRock can do that. We got new players into the game, the old players, the big players, the players who set up this financial system that we were trying to get away from. Well, in order for us to take their money, they got to come in and give it to us. And, you know, we got to, they think they're wanting to suck us into them while, you know, we're just kind of like hands. Seriously, dude, 10 feet away, don't touch me. Do not cross that line. Security. Get an injunction against you. Get a restraining order. Well, stay back, JP. I think it's going to be an amazing time for crypto. Just wondering to see what's going to go off. My biggest concern is just all the altcoins. We got way too many altcoins, and that's the chance for entities to suck some of this lifeblood away from Bitcoin. It just is. That's what it is. It's what it always has been. There are good projects. There are. And then there's a lot that just don't do much of anything except hype. And, you know, those are the vampires in my personal opinion. And I don't have to name any. You can kind of look. If it doesn't really do anything and doesn't really push the spaces forward, in my opinion, you know, I mean, those are the stronger ones. But there are, in this market, as you know, they are masters of hype and emotion. So where there's money, like VC money behind them, that will do that marketing and hype, well, those are good plays. Not to hold, Lord, no, most of them are not. Most of them are horrible. A lot of them are. And probably won't be around very long. But if it's got the money pushing it up, we ride that train. And that's the altcoin game. But there are some very cool emerging projects, and there will be over the next 10-20 years. It'll get even more amazing and more actual real world use case, and you'll say, why didn't they do that back then? Oh, I don't know why it took them 10 years after they had the technology to do it. Candle open above this line would be awesome. So we got this. You can look at this also inverted head and shoulders, not just a bear trap, but I think over on this one I already got this charted out where I be trading on my MEX. I'll trading futures over on MEXC, although I gotta tell you, apparently I trade it too often. I don't have as much luck over there as I do other places for some reason. So waiting for the candle to open that, but the measure move for this little guy right here could take us right up. Bitcoin 46,528. Only if we get another candle open above here. Like to see it close above there, because it would suck if it closed down here. That's not what we want. Let's be clear. We want to open and close. We want to confirm this is support, and then it's up, and we're good. And not only up, that's just this target. When you consider what we got here and what just happened, we're headed. I'll get onto the Moonboy price points and say that we're probably headed right up here to around 52,000. Yetham, but only if it does these certain things. All right, so let's move on. Notice Bitcoin dominance is taking a nice increase. Will it ever turn around? Will it ever reverse and actually give us an altcoin season, or maybe just a mini altcoin season? Just a little. Can we have just a little? Right now, altcoins are doing good. We broke this major trend line, but now we're forming a falling pattern, falling channel, which is kind of indicative that there is yet another leg to the upside. Now, would that be a double top M? Well, we gotta check it out. Make sure we make a higher high. That's why that 500 and, well, it's really more why that 530 billion area is so important, a step above it. First target I'm looking is 505 billion. That's a key level. We need to get above there and then make it past this other high. And then it may just blast right on through. And that would be yummy. So it's coming. We're just not there yet. This is the daily time frame. We got some good stuff coming, but we might lose a little bit. You know, it's going to be a little seesawy until we actually get there, and when we get a breakout from here, it's a good start. But how high you think it's going to go? Well, if you're doing like the Elliott wave thing, and this is your third wave, it's normally your longest wave, which means if you use it as a target, you're probably going to be overshooting it a little bit. I think that's why you see some people, they'll take that and they'll put it down to the bottom to give them a little edge there. And that's still coming right up about where I'm looking for, about 600,000 or $600 billion coming into altcoins, possibly. It looks like we have a chance to start that. I lost my chat again. Keep losing my chat. There you are. Good seeing some action today. It is nice to see things move a little bit, and mostly in ways other except down. The down is not fun. All right, so if you guys got some altcoins you want to take a look at, start them in the chat so that I will see them later. I want to kick it off with STORJ, which I was looking at the chart earlier today and I thought, this looks interesting. I want to take a bigger look at it. And I was on my phone, so I want to take a bigger look at it here. I'm not shilling it or anything, I just looked at it. I'm not. I think I've got a little small trade of this. Oh, actually I do, it's over on big units. And I have no idea what that is. Oh, you were looking for the, oh yeah, this one looked like it was doing really, really good and it lost its support. They're in some cool things right now. And I was on a bigger time frame. It's on the bigger time frame that I'm looking here. She almost made that measure move, almost. Or just double checking our accumulation levels. Did we look at this last night? Suddenly this seems kind of familiar to me for some reason. She's got to bounce off the 200 moving average here on the daily. That is one of the things that caught my eye. I mean, perhaps even going to the weekly. Let's see what we got on the weekly. Busting up through a red cloud. Then little Ichimoku cloud over there. Stochastic starting to turn around. Money flow coming to the upside on the weekly. There is a little bit of divergence right there. She looks poised to go up, in my personal opinion, because she's regained the 100 and trying to regain the 50. Now it looks like she's getting rejected there. She may overcome it. We need her to overcome it. If it doesn't, it may bounce back here to about 59 cents and then bounce up from there. Start moving toward $1 is what I'm kind of looking at there. STORJ is in one of these patterns right here. But not only that, we're looking at it doing the same thing we're looking for Bitcoin to do. If it opens a candle over here above that, and I'm on the daily chart there. That's where I was charting. If you wanted to do it on the 4 hour, you know, you probably want to tighten up your lines a little bit. The 4 hour says it might be confirming now. Where's that? That's good. We got support and then resistance and busted through that. So that's how I'm interpreting this line. Touch right there. And so it may be confirming now. Still, she may be coming down to retest this area about 64 cents. Getting a bounce, and what is this? A possible bear trap. It looks like it is confirmed. In my book, it would be confirmed. Inverted head and shoulders also, if you want to play that on a smaller scale, but you know, dude, it's a bear trap, dude. Why sell yourself short? This is going to have a big move. But you know, that measure move should take you up to 77 cents if you're just playing, you know, short time. I don't know. It's your strategies, man. Everybody got a different look at this, man. Everybody doesn't trade the same. Everybody doesn't look at money and how to trade in and out of this the same at all. Every one of us is different. So that's it on the short term. I'm actually the dollar psychological resistance area right there. Definitely a great place to look at peeling off a little bit of profit. But you know, especially when you bear trap one of these patterns like this, I am definitely looking to the top of this pattern up here. I'll keep these touches. I'll count that one as that you broke it through and follow through with this one instead of just going all crazy. I mean, I guess you could try that, but it fell short here. It probably will fall short again. I even kind of like this. I think that one's a little bit more secure to actually get hit. And you can go just straight right up above price action right now. Put a little price tag there. And that's undercutting it, because by the time that it gets up there to touch that trend line, it may be anywhere up through here. So it's an adjustable target. But basically, just to get a gist of it, right above where we are right now, give it a little time just to get there. About $1.47, $1.48 might be coming out of storage. It's currently sitting at $1.68, or sitting at 68 cents right now, confirming a breakout above that line. Gives you a chance to get up about 120% gains on this. Pretty cool. You put $500 in. When it gets up there, you take your $500 out, and then you get a $500 bag of storage that could turn into a $5,000 bag of storage. And you got no risk whatsoever. Moon bag strategy. If you're new to the game, man, I can't tell you any better strategy, any other way, better way to do it. We got Sam in the chat. What's up, Sam? We got LOL. LOL. What's up, my man? Solana hitting highs this month. We can take a look at that. And can you check CAT? I can. I was trying to check it last night, but I'm not getting the right one. Can you spell out? For some reason, all that was coming up was KuCoin. Was that the right one? I thought it was something else. There's cat token, KuCoin, so I had some confusion. I don't think I thought it was something totally different from that. So if you can clarify that with me again, because I'm getting old. My memory's going. Let's take a look at Solana real quick though. I probably just screwed that up. All right, I'm messing with my sound settings over here. Solana, basically the same thing, man. We're looking for a bear trap, and when that happens, throw that 116 out the window, man. That's chump change. When the bear traps happen, we break back into that, man. Let's clear this out, man. What? 4-hour chart's what I'm on right now. I'm gonna zoom out to the daily. Nice. So here we are, man. Bitcoin halving has not even happened yet, and these altcoins are just dang near. Some of them's already made a higher high than they made the last bull run. Some of them are halfway to their high highs. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be very interesting. I keeps it simple, especially on the hugest time frames. This is my roadmap. set up my roadmap, how I play this game. So I think it's a good idea to set your roadmap up on the bigger time frames. Map out your vacation so that you have the best experience. Because if you just jump in your car and start driving, you ain't got nothing you need. That's wisdom from Aunt B right there. And we got some resistance right now at this 382 Fibonacci area, which as kids play, that's the little pullback that we get before we jump up here to the 618 area. So $163 in that area, that's where I'm looking for Solana to start going to. And Elliott may have a fifth wave there, or who knows? This may just be one. I think it's going to end up being one giant one wave after it's all said and done. Got a technical breakout there. It's lacking a little bit of volume so far, though. So that means that, you know, expect a pullback to retest this area of the breakout. Let's just go ahead and throw it out there. I see a lot of these people out charting all this stuff, man, and you get something like that. The bigger time frames will tell you a lot of what you need to know ahead of time. Are you psychic? No, I look at the bigger time frames. Oh. Where? There you are. So, while other people love to get on, start charting the 15 minutes and flagging it out. There's a flag. Woo, to the upside. You can do that. You can. And get up here and play all these little things. Play them all. Flag after flag until they, you know, sometimes they'll win for you and sometimes they're not going to play out. And then when it starts pulling back, oh no, it's like, how far will it go? I don't know. Now we got to, I'm like, dude, man, retest. There's no volume on the breakout. I'm just saying. That's why we love volume on breakouts. It means, hey man, this thing's for real. It's got some strength to it. The more volume it has on that breakout, the less likely it is to come back there, right? But that's kind of what we really, really like. The rocket ships, right? And I got some here on the smaller time frame. The 15 minute looks awesome. If it looked like that on the daily, oh man, that's what we would want to see. But it doesn't. It doesn't look like that at all. All I got is all these notices over here about FMOC that hides my volume and it makes me mad. Take that stuff off of there, man. So yeah, we do have Fed news coming up and all that stuff. Yay, just another thing to give the people a chance to manipulate the markets, because that's what else do they do? They wick up and wick down. Every time that they have Fed announcements and stuff on the legacy side, they got a little percent range or point range, because if it goes too far, then they shut down the whole trading for whatever pair it is and stuff. It's freaking weird. Not rigged at all. It's there for your safety, for your protection. It's there to keep the big boys from losing their pants, is what it's there for. Because the real truth is they are too big to fail now. Because if they were to lose their pants like that, then it's like a big old domino effect. Remember Terra Luna? Remember all that? 3 hours capital and all that stuff? How all that is one after the other. Domino, 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 domino. Celsius and all that. Trying to bring that TradFi into where it just don't belong, baby. They'll figure it out soon enough. Listen, man, we all get through the same stories. I expect these institutions and all this, as savvy as they are, to go through the same stuff. We're not doing this. I'm not going to all this blag crap. We're getting real targets here. Oh God, he's starting to rant. No, I don't want to be a ranter. not a shock jock. But just like we would come in and figuring it out as we go, because crypto is changing. This technology is changing all the time. It's getting better and better and better. Now we got AI. It's going to help us change it even faster and faster and faster and come out with some really cool uses for it. And they're going to kind of marry too. That's going to be kind of interesting. And they're going to get wrecked just like we did. They're going to go to altcoins and but I don't live in a 4-year cycle. Besides, institutions right now, so all that is out the window. We're in a super cycle. And based on the fundamentals of I don't know. You don't know what we're going to hear. All the little stuff that they do. Look, measure move takes us up here to 618. Basically, at this point, you got a choice. You can either come up to where we were before, make one of those dreaded M reversal patterns or pullback patterns, or you can break out and go to the next level as your fifth wave, if that is what the fifth. If it's a one wave, then screw it. You got a lot more. If this is a one wave, if this is just getting started in the, don't want to keep confusing anybody about the waves and stuff because they're weird. There's a chance that this can actually be a much bigger play. As if this confirms and plays out to where we actually have a much bigger 5-wave structure happening. Well, just say that's where this target right up here starts coming into play. About 328 and even on up to $416 could be in for Solana. Believe it or not. I'm just telling you what the charts say. They usually don't lie. They can be very much misinterpreted. They can be. We're human. It's data. Provable data usually wins because we're imperfect. Solana. What you guys doing? What's up? That's the wrong one. Cat, we're checking it. Cambria. Okay, I gotta commit that to memory. I kept seeing all these other. I couldn't find it last night when I was looking for it. I was actually looking for it last night. It was up. I saw that something was up. Okay, we're gonna have to pull out Dex tools, aren't we, and all that. Or can we just click you? This is. Oh, I forgot I'm on the daily chart too. All right, so this is the dollar, right? But you'd be over here, wouldn't you? Was it Cambria or was it Cyber Arena? Well, I mean, you said Cambria, so I guess you would know. Well, it is not coming up on CoinGecko. There is this on Ethereum. So that means it's not on the exchanges yet. Where have I been seeing it then? All right, I'm going to check CoinMarketCap. Hopefully we find it on this time. because this is about as much time as I can devote to right now. Let's try Cat. I get Cyber Arena. Let's pull up the chat. Cyber Arena, okay, good. All right, let's go with it. I thought that sounded familiar. I thought we've charted this before. And it is a freaking Mexi, dude. Why are you not showing up? I have no idea why this thing has been so elusive for me to find. I apologize, but she's been throwing me for a loop. Ooh, we were hoping for a breakout there. That was a fib retracement too, wasn't it? Depends on how you pulled this. That made it a little tricky, but because that was a 7, yeah, I mean, that's legit. 786, that's where you would expect one to bounce. And if it didn't hold, to come down to the 886, which it actually went below. We're at that 886 now. Good Lord. All right, clear this off. That failed. That got stopped. If there was to be a stop. Target's still pretty cool though. Well, she has done the dreaded double saggy bottom. If it's a bottom, we don't know. It wasn't a bottom here. Wasn't a bottom here. May not be a bottom here. Just gotta call it like it is, yo. All right, let's do overall swing high to swing low accumulation phase. That's very important. Overall move from way back in the day, wherever that was, just a couple of months ago. All right, so we know in the big grand scheme of things, this is the accumulation level between these two red lines. For the overall move since it has started. And as weird as this is, swing high to swing low gives us that same accumulation top. Which, if I reverse my thinking on that and think backwards, would that not be a confirmation this could be a bottom if you backward think it? I'm rolling with that because the math is just too beautiful. So we got two things telling us, man. Until we get above this point right here, 0.0018, we're going to keep doing this cheeky double bottom thing, accumulation, whatever. Maybe bounce up out of it every once in a while, but I'm going to keep playing with your head until I get above there and actually close a candle above it. Usually what you'll see in this is, especially for a coin that's kind of new, it gets to start fresh. There's lots of ways you can actually look at this. But basically, this middle wick here, if we draw a line horizontal across it, we get into our double bottom scenario, which is really what's going on in the bigger picture. Price has got to kind of round out here, coming back up. Whether it does it just straight up now or a little bit later, it's getting closer to it. She's starting to look like she might want to turn around, but she's still got some issues to work out. I wouldn't expect this one to just blast off real soon. We'll take a look at some of the other time frames and indicators just to verify that, but usually it's still an accumulation. That's what this area is. And you'll see a bunch of this sideways down and sideways below this trend line. But once you get above that trend line and can confirm it, normally you stay above it, but it didn't. It couldn't do it over here. But once it does get confirmed, we come up here and confirm this pattern. Let's get rid of this white trend line so it won't confuse people. We've got a double bottom, and they're basically a one-to-one move. It's a one-to-one move, man. It creates a big channel for price, and then the next target is that measure a whole new price level, a whole new price structure, right up to here at 0.0, right at a penny. Doesn't sound like much for this coin, right? Until you consider buying down here, like DCAing down here at the bottom, which would probably be the best way instead of trying to trade it, just from what I see on the daily. Just coming up to confirm this pattern is like a almost 5.5x. It's 468% returns. You want to see price get above it and maybe flag out, maybe come up and then come back, retest it again, zigzag around. Just as long as it stays above that line, you're good. And then you can look for your 10x right there when it comes up to hit 1 penny. So definitely a patient play in my personal opinion, but the money is there. Just gotta give it some time. And then from where it goes from there, if it picks up steam, gets marketing behind it, hype behind it, this might be nothing. This might be a drop in the bucket from where it can go. It might go up to, 50 cents. Who knows? But if you get in early, take it slow, set yourself up where you can peel off a little all the way up, man. It could be the one. Any of them that fit that kind of description could be the ones for the new coins that you're looking for. But a lot of people get in and they trade it and then they sell out early and don't, if you're especially if you're really committed to it, or you moonbagged it and just don't give a flying, I don't care, I don't give a. Then moonbagged and wow, you can see your portfolio can do some serious growth. Some moonbagging some of these new coins, some of these good projects they're coming out, just moonbagging them, man. Taking all your risk and letting that sucker ride. Financial freedom can occur. All right, let's take a look at ORDI before time gets away from me. We start at 10:30 as 11:17. I feel like I'm dragging a little bit. Let's go ahead and move a little faster here. Take a look. ORDI is already charted here. Got a Fibonacci up there. Let's get him out of there. Got a measure move. Has not been hit yet from this, but then again, this pattern, Can't always trust a flag, but man, you can almost always trust a channel though. Just taking that angle right there, running with it would have told you a lot more than a flag ever would have. Just throwing that out there. I think I meant to take a look at CAD on the smaller time frame. I'm sorry, I got a little bit distracted in there. I just want to look at it on the 4 hour. If I can find it again, because we were looking at it on the daily. Just to give you a little short-term idea, we said we were going to do that, so I like to try and keep my word. I'll let Nor keep if I forget. Same thing, yeah. We're under the 200 moving average even on the 4 hour. So I still see that rounded shapes that's starting to form here. Being under this particular Fibonacci, yeah, still got some accumulation. Looks like it was a butt crack there. Maybe this is the halfway mark. Well, maybe you're past a lot of it, in other words. All right. Moving back to ORDI. ORDI's nice. So now we've identified a channel, right? Where's where I just want to go? Right back up to the top of that channel. That's where we got our measure move, which will eventually get hit. Taking a roundabout time to do it, because when price comes back up here to the top of that channel, $98 thereabouts. She's probably make it as high as 100 before she freaks out a little bit. Ordinals looks kind of cool right now. It will not be a solid, just smooth up ride though. But she did a nice bounce at the bottom there we were looking at. and never didn't dare come down to 24. Remember, things were looking really bearish until Bitcoin started turning around. It's all about Bitcoin, baby. We're doing an odd thing coming up through this green cloud on the daily, though. That's just not a normal thing, so don't expect it to be just sunshines and rainbows. There's a struggle that's going on over here. And if you come to the 4 hour, that struggle would be the 200 moving average and the bearish flip that it had under here, which is why it seemed like 24 might come into play. Normally show a strength right here with this trend line. That means a lot. You got a kind of a one of these slanted possible stretch your use your imagination and, you know, fill in the blanks where you have to kind of pattern inverted head and shoulders. It's a wildie, and that's a stretch, but you know, when you break it all down, it's just like art, man. If you zoom out and stop looking at the detail and just break everything down to the basic shapes, you get your foundation, and then you can go in and kill it on the details. You got a channel. Well, head and shoulders, shoulder here, head, and it's a slanted double bottom with a twist and a curly Q on the top. Man, just zoom out, dude. Zoom out. It's a channel, dude. Measure move. Take it. Don't make it complicated. Just zoom out. Go with the outsides, touches, and lines. Make it easier. $71. Right at 72. $71.97. Do like the other people do and just leave my little measure move line there. Now, the question I like to ask myself, well, does this point that I just identified, does it have any confluence with anything else? So I like to zoom out and look at any other things that we got. Don't need this crap anymore. That's overdone. But I do need this line. So right here, it's a nice little horizontal zone. Pull it up right over here. Look, oh, we got a little bit more. Definitely right through here. A lot of support. We seem to be maybe trying to flip that. That's good, helping us get to the upside there. Pulling it up over here, you can tell that, oh, I was looking here, but you can see right in this area. So there's going to be a little bit of a headache around $67, $68 right through there. Take that horizontal line, come on up. It was support here. Just got to find these areas where it comes up on one side, touches, and where it will do that on the other, and that's usually you just go right in between there, and you usually found a good key level. And all this, and that's about $75. If you're brand new to this, man, what I've just showed you, that's your first step. Horizontal resistance. It's the first thing you learn. Pull it right up over here, $83. Pull it right up to the top, 91. We got to break through all those. Those were the areas that gave it the biggest headache and the best places to take profit. Hint, hint, those would be good areas for you to take profit too. Hint, hint, if you front run it just a little bit, like put your order in just a little bit under it, you got a better chance. Just saying. Some just general rules, don't use round numbers. Don't put your orders, buy here at $64 even. No. How about 63.9736 or something crazy like that? If you really, really want your order filled, don't go with even numbers. Psychological numbers is what they call them, zeros and fives. Anything that ends with a 0 and 5, if you can't avoid it. That gives you a little edge on the game for getting your orders filled. And it's all about getting your orders filled when you need them filled. Elijah Haddock, hey, welcome to the stream, man. Reese, I'm digging your TA style. Keep up the good work. I've subscribed. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. I appreciate the feedback too. It helps. It does. And Best Car Music says INJ. That is actually on my list too. Or it was supposed to have been. What? It's not? Yeah. And most of the ones that we're covering are great if you're already in them. If you're trying to get in, well, That's what we try to do here, is identify some good places to try to get in. Good Lord, this is a noisy looking chart. We're in a channel. Let's zoom out first. Yeah, I left my fib up there. It makes things get noisy when you're on a smaller time frame. So let's erase that for right now. I was forecasting or giving a scenario, I guess. And this could happen. When you have a channel like this, you're in it until you're not. So until you actually get a breakout. And a lot of times they don't break out until, harder to tell on these because they're open and broadening pattern. But for triangles, most of the time it's about 75% of the way in before they break to the upside or downside. Harder to tell with these little guys. Some people like to look for 5-wave structures in here, like so many touches, 2 on one side, 3 on the other. Right now we got to bounce off this area. Where was that? About $31. We should be headed up to 40, 42. And what is this one? That is 40. Yeah, we just couldn't break 45. Overall deal is we got this solid trend line here that we may, man, things may go sideways. I'm just saying that it could go sideways. It needs to touch this trend line at some point. Again, just to confirm it. Doesn't have to, but if it does, we can end up with a lot stronger, more solid moves on the way up than if it just broke out now and went up. Because if it just broke out down, went up to 65, it's going to have a hard retest and bouncing back. So really, it's kind of healthy just to let these patterns kind of play out. But keeping orders around $30, $31 to pick this up, it's a great price in my opinion. I am very fortunate to have this one because I meant to go all through the bear market getting this. It meant to make it a main focus. And if I didn't forget until it was like $3 or something. If I'm not mistaken, I think it ran. What did you do? You ran up to about 470 and ran back to about 3, just a little under 3. And that's when it started getting back on my radar. I was like, oh man, don't want to miss this. And I felt like I was buying the tops. It was, but you know, she's going to do a lot more. And man, did it. I didn't expect it to get up to 45. So, especially so quick. So basically just this trend line. And here's another little trick. If we take that, remember we always look in channels, right? If we get a solid trend line there, take it up and find the channel, which is, take it to its highs there, see if it's got some confluence. Might we be just bouncing off a channel right now, not even going to come back to 30? I mean, it's true. If we did come back and bounce off this trend line, I do think we would have a much more solid step for the run, but hey, it does not have to. And we got a wick here. It's got a good chance to try to do it. The good thing is it got going for on INJ's side is the 200, the 150 moving average, man. They're all three up and to the right. That's the momentum behind this move. It's got what it takes to go. It's got some nice volume going on right here on the daily. That's always good. So I think she's just going to slowly, keep making her gains. Four hours shaping up really nice. 100's above the 200, so that gives us that little extra lift. So I'm not worried about us crashing down unless 100 starts crossing that 200. White line crosses the yellow line. And then I'm bearish. But I don't foresee that happening. I think we're getting a nice little curve up there. Possible that it'll break out from here. See if we can straighten up our trend lines. Little jagged, a little bit harder to read, but basically we've got descending broadening pattern. If it's a little bit, oh man, what was it? I think it's 55% chance for these to break to the upside. Is that right? .64% chance for this one to break the 64% chance for this particular pattern where it's horizontal on top, and it basically is candle bodies to candle bodies right there. Might it come up, get rejected there, and still play in this? Maybe it might, you know. But as long as this area holds a resistance about $44, that pattern, it's got a good chance to break out. 64% chance. Let's throw that on there. Where are you, text box? All right, I'm about to give up on you, text box. All right, 64% chance this one breaks to the upside. Just gotta give it some time. We're on the bigger time frame. On the what, 6 hour right there? 4 hour? What does it look like? This is what's slowing you down right here. Yeah, this is what's slowing us down. But it's not bad. Ichimoku.cloud likes it. Ichimoku.cloud says, hey, we're good. We're good. She's a little tipsy. She partied a little bit too hard tonight. It's good. It's good. It's good. I'm not going to holler in. I'm just going to pretend and look the other way. Sheriff's daughter and all. 100 is, you know, we got the opposite going on with our moving averages. We got the 200, which is very important, and we're trying to reclaim it. We just lost it, but we'll probably get it back. We need to get it back. Most likely we'll... This is what's dragging us down right now, like for the next few days. But as they start flipping above the 200 moving average, we get more bullish there. So the 4 hours a little bit more bearish than the other ones. Bigger time frames look good. So it gives it a little baggage to work with. So, you know, you might see a little bit of a pullback down here. Testing these areas about $34 on the smaller time frames, and then coming up to about 44. Then hopefully get a Hell-H's breakout from there. And where would that be? I guess that's the real question. Well, where's it gonna go, Road Dog? Way for that, we'd have to zoom out. See what we got to work with. I like that. Support resistance flips right there. Ooh, that's interesting. Looky there. Support. We need to blow this up. So what I'm doing, I'm looking for angles right now. Those angles are very important. William Gann, one of the greatest traders ever, he figured it out, dude. He could put price with time. He could predict when price would be at a certain price. And he took that to the grave with him, but he did it. So that's our angle to the dangle. You could probably pull one of those fancy fibs. This land to the upside, follow that just perfectly. But we're getting a bounce off of this little guy right here. Nice. We need to hold that. But where can you go, Road Dog? We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got to watch about this next wave, but it could be kind of juicy. This should be a 1618 area. If I do this, pull right here, trend base fifth, swing bottom, up here, bring this down to this breakout. This one should line. Oh, you went up to 2618. That's enormous. That's much better than I expected. $59. I'm just gonna throw it out there. But that ain't it. That ain't it. If we're in this big channel, just like what we've identified right here, this is a major meet for that little guy. Oh, Now you're talking, big boy. Find out. We got to fine tune it. Where the breakout is, then we apply the measure move, and you're looking for $86 out of INJ. You wanted the fix. Admit it. You wanted it. You wanted to hear where it could go. And now that you know, loser had the FOMO. INJ. I liked it. I'm glad I'm in it, man. I got it over there staking, set up for airdrops, which are, man, airdrops. They're popping off. I think I caught a good one with Dimension. I just can't, I can't confirm it just yet. And then I got extra tokens today from the people who haven't claimed. They just kind of threw them on to everybody who had claimed, gave us extra. So they were trading it only on one exchange, but for about $4.50. And if that's correct, it told me I get 664 of those guys. So I haven't verified that, but so far that sounds like the best one so far this year. Best one of the year. Some of them suck. Some of them just give you a little bit, which, you know, if you do the right thing with it, a lot of people just want to sell it right off. So that's why you see prices just tumble when they get the airdrops, right? But, you know, if it's a decent project, hold on to it, man. They can do a lot, you know, and you got nothing in it. I'm just saying, if you took it to a lending platform, or if it had some kind of lending platform, and at the peak of the bull market, you wanted to put it in there or borrow against it, and gosh darn it, if it just happened to liquidate and never got paid by, you know, by how you're going to, it just kind of took it. Maybe you didn't get as much as you could have if you just sold it outright, but by gosh, most places, when you take a loan, there's no tax on that. I'm just saying. Did you catch that? If you had $100,000 in one coin at the peak of the bull market or whatever, and there was a lending protocol that you could get into at the height of the market or roundabouts when we're peaking out and got a really, really good, oh my gosh, you've already 10 or 20x or whatever you've done on it. If there is a place where you can actually draw that value out, and let's say maybe you get risky with it a little degen and take out 80% of that $100,000, you've essentially took out a $80,000 loan. Whereas if you'd sold it for $100,000, you could be paying anywhere from 30 to 50% tax, depending on where you live. Who knows? I don't know. Figure it out. Think about it. Of course, you always have to get with your tax advisors and things like that, because, you know, every place is different on how they want to just steal all your money away from you every year. State to state, country to country. Just saying. Whatsoever says, did you chart Say? No, I have not. Hey, they got some cool partnerships coming out with Say, right? Doing some stuff over on Cosmos ecosystem too, if one understand. Nice. Look at this little guy here. Let's get this bib off here. She's, dude, man, she's ready to take off. I mean, let's just call it what it is, man. We're on a big ass chart, big daily chart. Well, let's just, you know, I can't believe I'm talking so much Elliott wave stuff, but there's no other way we can actually do this for you, say, where it would really make sense where you could actually see it. But when you zoom out, we've just got a big uno, dos, tres, four. I mean, there's one more coming that's going to be big, and that's where we just don't know where it's going to be. According to Elliott wave, it's just one of the irritating things about it. Because technically it could double, it could be an M pattern right here, or it can go up to some of the several Fibonacci areas. We would normally take a measure move. Now, if it were me doing the measure move, I'd be going from right here. I'm guesstimating right now, somewhere around $1.22. Without getting into all the Elliott wave But no, you should have pulled it from here. No, I disagree. I would rather not argue. I'd rather just figure out when to get in and make some dang money. Let's go. That is a funky channel. I don't know if it's holding the trend line. I'll say that it's holding the trend line. I don't trust that a bit for a channel. I do trust this one though. What we got here? Where'd he go? That little guy. Yeah, that guy's holding some angles pretty well. Fairly well. Definitely looking at 91 cents, but I'm really holding out for 122. And let's just not forget a few other techniques we'll take. I think this one's already played for the most part. 2618 for this move comes right up close to the 122 area that we were talking about. So a little bit more confluence in that area. Actually, I just guesstimated on that one, so I'm going to rock with that 2618. And I'm shooting right here. Call me crazy. Seems like it won't do it until that one day. That one day at band camp. So I'm going to remove this line. I don't particularly like it. I do like that one though, because that one just helped me figure all that crap out. So if we break this trend line, there will be a bigger rejection, and coming down to some of these lower areas would be on the table. Don't have to worry about that one so much. Don't have to worry about this guy either. He's just there to help us twist them in together. You see how these things kind of cross and coordinate like that? It's crazy, but a lot of times you can see time and price actually play out to some of those junctions like that. So it's worth just keeping in your, I don't know, in your back pocket as an idea to play sometimes. You'd be surprised how often price will come to things like that. No need for that, guys. Say looks like she's getting a nice little bounce here. She's above the 9 moving average on the daily. She's ready to rock and roll from what I see here. And then when we come to our indicators, they just say, hell yeah, she is. Why didn't you just ask me first? I would have already told you that. I'm like, I didn't see you. And I got squirrel brain, so we had to go through all that price action drama just to get what this indicator could have told us, man. Stochastic's heading upside, money flow's heading upside. That's the biggest thing. We're going up, baby. Was that any little bit educational at all, or was that just kind of like, oh God, he's just out there blabbing again? Look, channel. Just saying. Uh-oh. I get mean mugged over here. One of them I want to look at is Nosana. Nosana, which I thought was a meme coin, but it actually looks like it is doing some stuff, right? No, don't go there. They won't tell you anything about it. Nosana. I think we looked at the other day and found out it was a like a computing platform, whatever, for where GPU cloud computing by providing companies with more accessible and affordable compute power for running AI. This makes Nosana the first decentralized computation platform powered by the Solana network. I like that. And other blockchains use these. Companies probably won't, but other blockchains definitely do. And the ones on the ecosystem, they can do some dang cool stuff with it. So Nosana is at $1.64. Oh Lord. And she may be getting ready to go freaking wild. This girl has just turned 21 and she's got daddy's credit card and he does not know about it, and her friends and everybody is at the bar tonight. After hours. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a party. Woohoo! I don't like the falling volume though as rising price. Just gotta say that on the weekly chart. Let's get that out of the way. What else we got here? She's flirting with going parabolic is what I'm trying to say. Channel we're getting a breakout of. Let's tighten it up there a little bit. And we get a retest on it. If it sticks and we bounce off of this and that 9 moving average right here on the daily, this is the boss. This is the boss. Second only to the weekly and the monthly, and you know how it goes. Chain of command, man. Daily says we're going to run. So that's what she said. That's her game plan. Daily's game plan is to freaking shoot off like a rocket. Only if it stays above this trend line. So do not want to lose $1.40-ish area. We're at $1.61-ish right now, right? Actually, so I'm seeing like a humongous possible freaking move out of this little guy. Now I got to figure out where it's going to be. Definitely has to hold that trend line. If it does not, then it will come back down to $1.08. Be rested. Know that. Just know that. So we don't want to see this be a bull trap. Or that's where, like, you and me say, okay, road dog, we're going to trust you and jump right in. No, I'm not saying that. You want to see a bounce from here. That's the safest time to get in. But once you see that confirmed bounce, then you know you're on the right train and it's going through the right direction, which is up, and it's not going to pull a curveball on you and go, rah! Gotcha. Because the market makers like to do that. They like bull traps and bear traps. They know the game. It's their game. But if it holds, it's going to really move. Let's get the target. Man, I'm looking possibly up to 314. 277. We had a target 236. I didn't draw a trend line there, but it's possible. Shorter term target there. And only if this area at 141, 140-ish holds, we don't break below there, we can pull this off. All right, so and what else looks cool? SWE was kind of rocking. I have no SWE whatsoever. But hanging out up here at $1.59, and that's why I'm not buying. Look at that nice rounded shape. So the rounded shape is extremely coveted trading pattern, right? Especially against a neckline like what we just got here. This little area right here, rounded shape, it goes back to this. But this one has a extremely strong possibility of actually making this move up to $2.56 and come up to that next level. I'm going to pull a Fibonacci here. Swing high. When was this? May 2023. Pull it down to the bottom. Go to mark out our accumulation zone, which we're above. Hallelujah. So our measure move is coming ironically very close right to our 618. There's your confluence, baby. The other zones that you need to look at for higher targets from here that we can label out. I want to put one out as a zone. And that's this 886 and 786 area right there. Let's not say sell zone, let's just say resistance. We sell at resistance zone, that's the whole game. And all these fibs are either going to be support or resistance areas. Based on math, proportion. And I'll be darned if it's just magical how it just always freaking plays out. People look, I don't know, I've never heard anybody say TA is just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I've never heard that, but apparently that's a view. They look at it just like you do. I always looked at it like, oh my God, these people know something and it looks like really complicated to learn and it makes my head hurt looking at it. It sounds like numbers and math class and I do not want to be at school today. And it's actually just fun and amazing just to see how cycles and things repeat. Play over and over. Gosh, man, it starts making you think about the deeper meanings of life. Does me anyway. What does this mean for the exist? I have an existential crisis here if I think too much. Look at that. If we're doing like this whole channel theory, then we got another breakout of this possible channel, meaning is she going off? She gonna go cry? She gonna cry? And she's headed up here to 256, so or higher. Sweet, man, go figure. I really did not expect that from you. I'm still pissed because you ditched me on that test net, all that work that I did on your test net. No airdrop. I feel a little jaded, so my bias has got my emotions got to me. This whole market is nothing but an emotional roller coaster, and your biases and your emotions will get to you. Mine get to me. On some of the solo things, I'm cool after playing this for so long to say, oh man, that's your emotion, that's your emotions talking. Don't do that again. Let those things influence you, and they always influence you in the wrong direction. They always do. Solana at $8. There you go. Why didn't you buy it? Your emotions, psychology. It's what it was doing with me. And the best thing I can do is say, man, note every experience that you see. Pay attention to how you feel. Learn that. Get in touch with yourself on that. That's why we want this kind of calm zen state when we come to the charts. Trying to help us see what's really going on and not what we think or feel might be going on. But this one's making me feel awful kind of tingly. Because Swee's getting ready to go. I'm not even in you, Swee. Why are you giving me tingles? I don't even have you. I'm pissed off at you still. Still my emotions. So I refuse to buy you at 160. Because I'm still in my emotions. I'm just going to feel bad about it when you're up like $10 or something. Man, I got too many coins. Nice rounded structure here. Parabolic move to the upside. Keep your eyes out for that. 256, that's not where that's just where we're expecting a pullback. Maybe we're talking about 335. We're talking about 367. We're talking about $5.10. Gosh darn it, are you making me want to FOMO? I got no Sweet. I'll go check my Sweet wallet and make sure they didn't have, and see if they had any mercy on me. Talk about this little guy. I stumbled upon this little dude. I think it was Tokenmetrics actually. I FOMO'd into him here on the stream. It was It was trading around 13 cents. I got it on Uniswap. I got screwed with whatever I don't know. I really have not. That's one of the trades that started getting me more familiar with Uniswap. I hadn't used them in a while. And I got screwed and paid the high price and felt sour about it for a while because I got it at 18 cents and she, of course, came down to 13 cents. Then she went to 68 cents. Yeah. Feels like you're getting cheated. Feels like you did the wrong thing. Feels like you bought the top. Gosh darn it. Doing it live on YouTube, it drops back down. But you know what you saw in it, in the project, in the tokenomics, and everything that told you, this thing's going to do something. I needs to get in. She's lost this trend line now, and looks like we're coming up for a test. Okay, Elliot, what do you say about this one, buddy? Dice, Elliot? Hey, man, you there? Elliot don't want to come out and play today. It's coming down to a smaller time frame. What do you say, Elliot, on a smaller time frame? So Elliot's seeing this as a 5-wave top to top. Ooh, ABC correction. Look, Elliot thinks it's coming down to about 23 cents too. Also to 38 cents. Well, how about you, Elliot? It looks like you got a bounce off here at that, though. So let me make sense of what you're doing here, Elliot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC. See, it gets confusing because there's waves within waves. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hold on. I. B. And C. Elliot seems to suggest that it's going to do what it actually should do. Let's take Elliot off. That was the Elliot wave indicator, so you don't have to sit here and say, is this a 1 or a 2? But, you know, honestly, changes depend on whatever time frame you're on and everything, and it's very subjective, so, you know. It's above the 200 moving average. That moving average is very much clearer to clarify all this stuff, in my opinion. Possibility to coming up here, what we were doing on the Elliot wave. This is a 5-wave, possibly A, B, C, is what Elliot thinks. And then we can try to go or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all that fun counts to the upsides. Yeah, because by, you know, pattern trading, bearish retest, come back down to the downside. So 2 systems saying that it should get rejected. However, my system also says, but if we do a bear trap, go all in, baby, because it's getting ready to blow off to the top. Screw you, Elliot. Wow. Suck this. Oh my God. Sorry. Thought I was back in high school. I like what I'm seeing here. Look at this. Should we talk about Wyckoff distributions and accumulations? Let's not confuse everybody. Wyckoff looks confusing as heck if you ever seen anybody talk about it, but for the pattern trader, we simplify that. It's a channel, baby. It's a horizontal channel with a bear trap. All that majigga jargon stuff, up thrust, retest, both source support. It's valuable. It is. It actually paints out what's actually happening in the market by the stages. But by gosh darn it, I don't want to sit here and read a 200-page book on it. Let's trade the channel, bear trap, buy. Woo! We hit the bottom, baby. Keep it, you know, but you can make it simple. You can. Same thing with distributions, which usually happen at tops. So, you know, could this be a distribution? Maybe. Could be a reaccumulation. Being markup phase of the cycle, more likely to be accumulation, just to be honest with you. And the fact that we didn't come down lower, yeah, that brings us back to Elliott wave theory that, well, this is actually a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and this next one is going to be freaking big. because it has to be for a 3-wave, has to be much bigger than one. If that made any sense. Tell me if I'm getting too confusing with all this LA crap. I took a vacation, but nobody has anything to say. I've bored everyone to tears now with LA Wave. Okay. So just to be clear, good chance that we're going to do an M top and then come down an ABC correction, very likely. If we do see it come back in this pattern, try not to poop your pants. Try to calmly buy if you're into it, and then enjoy what's getting ready to happen, because shoot up. And the other ones, we're going to look at stacks. Oh, did we look at render? We got render here on what, Binance? Are you doing the same thing? No, you're in the, yeah, these are fun. So we see this pattern a lot right now in the market, right? A lot of the coins have got this. Just bouncing, ping-ponging from highs to lows. So we got to see if she can make another run to the upside, or if she's trying to work on coming to the low. That we don't want to go to the lows anymore. This is where divergence can help, but I don't. So I'm looking for divergence on the RSI. Not seeing anything for the overall move. I do see something from here. Draw a vertical line right there from this little point right here. So swing low to swing high. Sweet chariot, tell me where to buy. I just erased that, and I go back. Get a vertical line back. Where's that? Okay, get a vertical line back. I erased it like a dummy. All right, so down here you can see RSI. Swing low, swing lower. She's a grower, not a shower. I don't know. So if you bring up a little cheat sheet, it's available for only $14.99 by the... Just kidding. Actually, I've got it for free over on the Telegram group somewhere. You just got to dig around and find it. You've got that hidden bullish divergence. That one lower left corner there, that marquee diamond shape there with the bear. Telling us that, man, this trend that we're on here, we're going to find support. We're going to keep going higher highs, higher lows. We should be trying to make a higher high now. Which is kind of cool, because if it makes a higher high, she's working on going parabolic. But that higher high may just be that M top we're looking at. So short term, we're looking right up here around 525 again for render. Yay, baby. And in all seriousness, she'll probably get rejected there and do some kind of retest. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. We have to see. But if she does, I don't know, if the market goes crazy, and gosh darn it, it's rare to see these break to the upside, but oh man, if they do, if you thought the rising wedge was fun, wait till you get to ride one of these little guys. That is Moon Mission. And you could be looking at $10 coming into play here, and possibly up to $1 or $11.08 out of render. If that scenario plays, I'm not calling for it to, I'm just saying if it does, that's a train you want to be on. Otherwise, we could be M topping, good place to take profit, catch a little bit more when it comes back down to around 320 or something. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. That's all I got to talk about. I'll be back tomorrow night just to see the hot coins going on, and we'll check token metrics and try to find. Did we look at Tau? You can't leave without looking at Tau. I didn't look at Tau. Did we look at Tau? We didn't look at Tau. Gotta look at Tau. BitTensor. MEXC. You sure we didn't look at Tau? I'm following this AB equals CD pattern that should be taking us up to this very, very juicy place. A very nice little place. right up here in the neighborhood of $572. Let's just get all this little crap out of here, man. All these little smaller targets. Bull crap. Why are we messing with the small targets? What I'm saying. I'm expecting 454 next, 541, but the big one, the big dog I'm really looking for is 572. This little guy is doing a tear. Once we get up there, according to what we're playing out here, AB equals CD, probably a good time to really make sure you take some profits because she's gonna fall back, baby. It ain't over, but she's gonna take a nice siesta, big vacation. She's going on vacation, and you don't want to ride that roller coaster down, so I'm just throwing it out there right now. Just saying. But then, jump back in. We'll ride it up for our fifth wave. But I expect a pretty nice big pullback at 572. All right. See you tomorrow night. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope it was helpful. Hope you guys, it was educational to some people and not too boring or not too, I don't know. I appreciate you for hanging out with me. You can.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it too. Good night, everybody.
Gary was a man who thought he could do crypto sharing at the SEC. Gary fooled us all. We thought he was a hero teaching blockchain at MIT. Well, get back, long get back. Get back and leave crypto alone. Get back, long get back. Get back.